Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to True Crime Files. I'm Cassie Pentecost, and I'm bringing this story again. I did a video the other day, but this little girl needs her name out there, and it needs to be everywhere, in every country, every county, every town, anywhere it can go, it needs to go. I'll go over the story again because some people that may come in on this one might not have seen the previous one. And I've got two graphic icons that was designed by a guy called Derek. And when I saw it on his page, I messaged him and said, could I have permission to use your graphics? Because he does make them, and obviously it's his. So he's given me permission to use the graphics, which is really kind of him. I will get his full name because it's not right to just call him Derek. Bear with me a minute. Bear with. A minute. Let's go on to Facebook and search him up. Derek. That's it. Derek Savage Jr. He's the guy that created two of the graphics that I will show you shortly. But I just want to go through reading this story with you. Genesis Nova Reid, age 2, was initially said to be last seen at her home residence in Alabama. Initial reports stated that she was I've lost it. Gosh, what is it when you got mind blanks? Initial reports state that she was in the residence, but the door was found open. There's a lot of controversy here on what happened. The mother said she went missing at 3 in the morning, and yet she said she shared the same bedroom as Genesis. But then in another report to the police, she said it was like a different room. So her story is not consistent at all. But she wasn't just missing last week. This last week just gone. Neighbours have reported her missing for weeks, maybe months. Now, I don't think the little girl was old enough to go to school, so it's not like she was homeschooled, I don't think. I think I heard that she wasn't even registered into any schools, which is really bad parenting on their part. There's been a lot of controversy over Adriana's friend Mariah, if I pronounced that right. Some stories I've seen on Facebook said Mariah's not a real person. It's just a made up name to make people believe that there was another friend. But if there was another friend living with Adriana and Genesis and they're both missing, it's either Mariah's got Genesis and she's not given her back to her mum, which I don't blame her because I think her mum's a piece of shit. Or Adriana's killed both of them. You know, if you could kill one person, I guess you can kill another person. But how any parent could kill their own child is beyond me. It's beggars belief. It really is. I just don't know what they're getting at. So that's that one I shared. And I will go into the story because I have wrote one out in Word documents if it lets me read it. And I've put plenty of pink hearts, hence why the banner's pink, because on Facebook I've seen them doing a small visual with all pink stuff. They let off balloons. I've got one news thing to show of a visual, but I'm not showing the other one because there's too many racist words in there. Like the N words and things. And I know YouTube doesn't like that. And it's not fair to put that sort of thing on if people are easily offended by language. So this is the banner that Derek made. Now, how gorgeous is that? And as he says, no noise, no struggle, no trace. Bring her home. Justice for Genesis. We will not stop searching. And I don't believe anyone will stop searching. Maybe the police might eventually go a little bit cold, but we need to find her. And this graphic, when I saw it, I thought it was just totally awesome. I wish I could be as arty. It's probably made with AI or something, but I'm too old to learn those sort of things. But here's the other graphic he did. Praying for a safe return, bring Genesis Nova Reid home. And then on this picture, missing, we love you, baby girl, please come home. And then down here, you are not forgotten. The community is searching, praying, and we will not stop. So, you know, it's gorgeous banners, absolutely gorgeous. And it does her justice. And that's when people do banners and thumbnails, this is the best I've seen. And I only wish I had the brains to create my own banners and that. So, yeah, so I showed you those ones. This is another picture of Genesis. I don't know if she would still have her hair braided because I have no details when these photos were taken. So she might have shorter hair, she might have longer hair. And then this was a small part of the vigil with a pink teddy bear saying, we love you. But I shall just play, because I've got quite a few things down here. Oh, I thought I did. Your browser blocked your screen. Click the screen icon in your address bar. Right. Let's see if I can play this. Everything goes to pot, doesn't it? If I remove a picture to give me a tab back, remove from studio. Oops, that's just removed her. Bear with. It was working earlier. Share screen. Right. So I'll play this one. I'll just make sure I get on the right tab, because I don't want to play the wrong one. Right.
In the Meadowbrook apartments, the entire week has been extremely emotional, especially for those who say they knew both Adrian and Genesis. One family friend says the mother and daughter duo would take walks together around the apartment. Another neighbor says Genesis would come over and play with her daughter nearly every day. Neighbors, friends, and family held a vigil.
Do you love playing video games? Earn points for everyday activities like searching or playing games. Redeem for Xbox and other game gift cards. Start earning with Microsoft Rewards.
Tuesday night for Genesis.
I do apologize.
Animals by the woods, along with balloons by her front door. And another vigil will be held for Genesis tomorrow evening. Some friends pleading with the mother to make the right decisions.
Well, I just pray that she tells the truth. Bring the baby home. Okay, just bring her home. And imagine how a lot of people are feeling. I really can't.
Although it's a dark cloud over the city with Genesis still missing, the love and support for her to return home is bright. As this case progresses and more details come out, WDHN will update you both on air and online. Police saying today that they will no longer have daily updates as the investigation continues, but emphasize this does not mean they're scaling back the search. And coming up tonight at 6, we have a reporter live in Enterprise with the latest information from a press conference wrapping up now. Residents in the Meadow.
Yeah, so that was the news conference. I apologize with the advert. I did try press and skip and it didn't skip. So I do apologize for adverts. I don't plan to have any adverts on any of my videos that I do because I can't stand adverts, even when I'm watching telly. If an advert comes on and I can skip it, I skip the advert because adverts are just annoying. They're just as bad as pop-ups. So yeah, so there was a small vigil held on Tuesday. And then there was a bigger one last night, but I won't show that one because, like I said, there was some disgruntled words in there. But I believe the grandmother showed up and the father. I haven't found out who the father is. I've just seen a quick picture of him, a photo saying it's Genesis' dad. So I presume the mother and father weren't together. I don't know if the father had any visitation rights to Genesis. So got stuck for words now. I try and do a really good video, and then with my dyslexia, things come in my mind for me to say, and then when I go to say it, I go blank. I did do a Word document. Let me get rid of these other ones because I heard that the theme for her was to be in pink. So I created a little Word document. No, I don't want to leave the studio. I created a little Word document, image file. I'll see if I can find it. If not, I'll just have to read it from the thing. So I'd like to know in the comments what you think about Genesis, because I will read the comments and I will reply back to you. You know, so I would like to know what you think about Genesis. If you feel you know a bit more and you want me to do another update on Genesis, you can always email me at truecrimefiles2026@gmail.com. So I'm happy to add anything to updates because we need to give the voiceless children a voice. And that, you know, the children can't help themselves, so we need to be the ones that are helping them. So if you see something, say something, like my banner says, image file. It's not letting me share it. Earlier it did. I wrote up, I don't think it's that. Let's do the other one. I've only been doing this properly for about a week now, so I am a bit sketchy in places. I don't want StreamYard search. I want my Word document because it had all pretty pink hearts in it. Oh, maybe that's it. Share. Right, I will read it out as I go along. I'll just see that you can check it. Right, so day by day searching for Genesis Nova Reid. My voice is going to go now. Enterprise LA WTVY Coffee County authorities could charge Adrienne Reid with murder, even if they don't find her daughter's body. I have heard of people being charged for murder and no body's been found. But I guess they can do it if you were literally the only person that saw that person that you killed. So then I guess if it's only you and no other suspects, then I guess you could be charged for murder without a body. But they go on to say, although it would be challenging to obtain a conviction without a key piece of evidence, challenging but not impossible, which is good. The fact is it only happened a few years ago in the same county. In 2018, Coffee County prosecutors used the plethora of circumstantial evidence in the way to sway the jurors to return a guilty verdict against Malcolm Hunter. Through searches, they never found the body of his estranged girlfriend. I think as well, when people get convicted for murder, they should be made to tell where the bodies are so that the families of the deceased person can start the grieving process and bury their loved ones and, you know, to lay them to rest. So, as I was saying, their success arrested two key elements, convincing jurors that Ariana Smith was dead at that Hunter beyond a reasonable doubt, and he was the only one to kill her. Coffee County's authorities could charge Adriana Leff with murder, even though they can't find her daughter Genesis' body. She was jailed. Adriana was jailed after Coffee County District Attorney James Tarbox convicted the judge to place her under a $1 million cash bond on a charge that generally would have no higher than £15,000 posted to result in a little prison time. So, excuse me, I'm just going to have a drink of water because my throat's gone. Hopefully that'll be better. Yeah, so luckily she hasn't got £15,000. Otherwise, she would be out on bond, and she's a flight risk and everything else. Knowing that a high bond, excuse me, this is bad time to do a recording. Knowing that a high bond won't hold up forever, Tarbox hopes finding Genesis is dim. Must decide whether he files charges if her body file for murder if her body isn't found, and whether he can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the girl Genesis is dead and that her mother Adriana Reid has killed her. The mother of the missing toddler Adriana has been charged. It's charged with her daughter's disappearance, and she attacked a close relative several years ago. According to the charging documents, Adriana Reid used a sharp instrument to cut her mother multiple times. Now, how you can be really violent and attack your own mother in that way, where it's like in England, it would be actual body arm, so it'd be called GBH, and with AGB or whatever it is, with the actual body injuries, you can go to prison for it over here. I think in America and other countries they call it something totally different. Because when I mentioned once before to another YouTube creator, Strategic Eyes, I said, "Oh, that's ABH," and that, and he went, "What's that mean?" And so I had to explain it to him. Carry on with the story. Glenn said he used a makeshift tourniquet to show bleeding from the more severely injured arm, which reports have said to be a 5-inch cut. Paramedics rushed Reid's mother to the hospital and she recovered. Moira, identified as a person of interest in the investigation, is described as a black female, frequents this bar here and grill at Delview Avenue in Enterprise and other areas in Ozark. Enterprise Police Department are seeking information about Moira, or Myria, I think it's pronounced. And then if anyone knows of her, you got to contact the Crime Stoppers or contact the police department dealing with this case. Like I said earlier, some people think Mariah is a made-up person and some believe it's not. But from what I heard, Mariah lived in the same flat with Adriana and Genesis. And it's really weird that both of them are disappeared. So I don't know if Mariah is never found, if maybe the judge can charge her for 2 murders, one of Genesis without no body and one of this Mariah without no body. So I would have thought if she knows that she's going to land up on a double murder charge, Adriana might explain a bit more about Mariah. The latest updates on Genesis Reid's disappearance includes ongoing investigations by law enforcement agencies with a large search operation underway. The search has expanded to various areas around Enterprise, Alabama, including the wooded areas and the Coffee County landfill. Authorities are actively seeking information from the public, particularly those who may have seen Genesis within the last 30 days. The reason why they're saying that is because some neighbors have said they haven't seen Genesis for 3 weeks to 4 weeks. So I guess the police need proof of life for at least like 30 days. The search is being conducted using specific and strategic patterns to maintain the integrity of the scene, and the community is encouraged to assist locating Genesis. So the police are asking for help and that from the public, but obviously they don't want thousands of people to turn up, because to manage thousands of people to turn up would be a bit difficult. But I should imagine the other family members, like Genesis' grandmother, maybe granddad, if he's still around, and Genesis' own father, if all their family and friends can help the police do the search, then I'm sure they might be able to come across Genesis. Some of the tips have led investigators across the southeast from Texas to Florida and to Georgia. While the case has moved into a lengthy phase, the Enterprise police chief says searches will not be scaled back. Genesis' mother, Adriana Reid, is currently being held in Coffee County Jail on $1 million. Sorry, it's my dyslexia. I really do apologize. I would need to try and see if I can do something myself to stop my dyslexia showing its ugly head. She is facing one count of false reporting to law enforcement agencies and a Class C felony. Neighbors and family and friends held a small, intimate vigil Tuesday night, placing stuffed animals by the wood line across the street from the apartment complex, along with balloons by the family's front door. However, it's not every day citizens and friends are feeling the emotional weight of this case. During a press conference Thursday afternoon, Enterprise Police Chief Michael Moore became choked up while talking about the emotional impact of the investigation, citing that many officers and investigators have children of their own. Lack of sleep, emotional trauma, it will get to you, said Chief Moore. They're all feeling it and we all want her home. Then the other vigil, it wasn't peaceful. Like I said, there was some arguments, a load of shouting. I'm not going to share that because I would have to try and keep on pressing stop and play to miss out the bad words. That was held yesterday, my time, because it's now Saturday in the UK. On Friday the 20th, at the Memorial Stadium on East Watts Avenue. The vigil is set to start at 7 p.m. and gates open at 6:30. So, like I said, that's all been done and dusted now. So I'm just praying we can bring this little girl home. And I hope this woman, who doesn't seem to give a care that she's being photographed for a prison photo, I hope she gets charged with murder. And I hope if she gets charged with murder, I hope it's either life, a long life sentence, like 30 odd years or so, or even if in Alabama they may do the death penalty. I don't know. I know different states have the death penalty, and I know some states don't have the death penalty. So we just hope that she comes back home. Just add this one because it's cute. I wish I could do the two together because then that would be really good. But one of these will be used on my thumbnail for the start of the video. And if you could like and subscribe to my channel, I really would appreciate that. It does help the algorithms within YouTube. I'm not making any money off doing this. I'm way far from being able to make money because I think you need like 40,000 views and like 1,000 subscribers. And the last time I looked earlier, I think I had 12 subscribers. But once again, I do apologize for my dyslexia and, not being able to get my words out. If anyone's got dyslexia, you'll understand where I'm coming from. But I am trying my hardest when I'm reading for it not to show its ugly face. And I feel so embarrassed when I can't pronounce the word I want and it comes out wrong. But hopefully, the more I do these, the more confidence I get, and maybe the dyslexia side of things can be put up right at the back of my head. So if you could like and subscribe to this channel, please share this story as well. It's not one of the best of my streamings with the word pronunciations and things. Like I said, it's the dyslexia. I can't really do much about it. But if you could like and share this, I really, really would appreciate it. And if you leave comments in the comment section where you're from, because I'd love to know how far this video reaches. And if you know any more updates or you have any more photos of this little angel, you can email me at truecrimefiles 2026 @gmail.com. and then I could add, add the photos to another update. Or you can find me on Facebook, and the Facebook group is called True Crime Files. Told you. An easy name, and I can still mess it up. So True Crime Files on Facebook. Feel free to go on there and add yourself, and then you can share anything with me. If you want things kept private and you don't want it going on the internet, please tell me, because I want to respect people's wishes. Unless you say to me, it's private, whatever you say to me, I will probably use it in my next story I do of Genesis. While I'm here thinking about missing children, there's also another little boy called Jacob Pratchett. He's from New York. He's 11 years old. He hasn't been seen since last year. And there's not much coverage on him either. So we need to give all these missing children a voice, because the voiceless can't speak. So, they can't say, I'm here, come and get me, or I'm scared, I don't know what to do. So we need to give these children a voice. So I've got a video in my files here of Jacob Pratchett. There was literally just one photo of him. And the story behind his one is his mother denied that Jacob was her son. She lied straight in the face to the police officers. No, I don't have a son called Jacob. And yet the police officer spotted a tattoo on her, I presume on her arm, saying Jacob, or Jacob Pratchett. And when they got a warrant to search the property, they also found Jacob's birth certificate. And who was on the birth certificate as the mother? Yes, you guessed it. This horrible lady. I forget what her name is now. But she looks evil. She really does look evil. I looked at her photo yesterday, and when I might be able to get it up here. When I looked at her, I thought, well, I know I do paranormal investigations, but this woman, she does look evil. She really does look evil. If I saw her on a paranormal investigation, I would say she was the devil. Simple as. Image file. Let me see if I can bring up Jacob's, just so that you can see her. Pictures. Jacob. Where are you, Jacob? I'll put you in the file. There we go. Open. So this is that little boy Jacob that's missing. He looks absolutely gorgeous. Image file. And then this is his mother. This is his mum. And this is the police drawing of what Jacob would look like now. So he's missing from New York City, and he's been missing since last year. There's no photographs of him. The only one I got is the one that I showed you, which is that one. So he's 11 years old. He's missing. He also needs a voice to be found. So I'm going to concentrate mostly on missing children, but obviously any big news comes forward, I'll be covering that as well. It's like I've been covering the Nancy Guthrie from Pima County, who was kidnapped. So I've been covering her, but I've covered her so much, and I've listened to so much, and they don't seem to be getting anywhere with her. So I've decided to take a couple days break from listening to any news on Nancy Guthrie, because until they can give us proper evidence where she is, or they found her, then I will carry on do updates on my YouTube channel for her, because I have got some videos of her as well. But each day they give updates, but nothing really progresses very far. And I really think they should do. So, right, I'm going to end this session now, because I can feel my throat getting a bit sore. So I apologise for my words coming out, and I apologise for the throat. See, the frog in my throat that prevented me from talking. So just let's remember Genesis, because this is all about Genesis. And I really, really hope she is found. She is so cute. And I really hope she's found, because there's people out there that loves her. Not the mother, obviously, but other side of the families. But that's it now. Otherwise, I'll carry on talking and my voice will go. So thanks very much for watching. Like and subscribe.